I'm Owen Hughes. It's time for a road trip. Join me as we tour America's Pacific Northwest. This road trip takes us to Vancouver, British Columbia, ferries over to the province capital, Victoria, and then south to Seattle. Our tour begins in Vancouver. It's British Columbia's largest city, with a population around 700,000. The city sits in the western region of Canada. Sensational views abound, making it a popular tourist destination. Nearly surrounded by water, and the country's westernmost seaport brings benefit and challenge. Cruise ships and goods and services flow, yet housing has been a struggle. Elegant towers are plentiful, yet many are owned by absentee owners, a large concern for Vancouver residents searching for proper living quarters. Yet tourism flourishes. Over 8 million people visit Greater Vancouver annually, and for good reason. The city is a diverse arts and cultural center. It was home to the 2010 Winter Olympics. Stanley Park is the city's treasured outdoor getaway. This scenic oasis is a haven for outdoor enthusiasts. Lord Stanley opened the park in 1888 after the area was used for military security of Vancouver Harbor. Prospect Point is the park's northernmost point, with majestic views of the city's waterways and Lionsgate Bridge. Stanley Park has been a filming mecca. X-Men Wolverine and Rise of the Planet of the Apes are examples of the many productions filmed here. This afternoon, we enjoy an adventurous Grouse Mountain sky ride.
Again, we will be stopping at this town to let some workers off onto the other tram.
Now another one's coming down.
Just be aware, once we get to the first...
Located in North Vancouver, the mountaintop has year-round activities. Since hikers reached the peak in 1894, Grouse Mountain has entertained winter and summer enthusiasts seeking fun and adventure. A lumberjack show, grizzly bear habitat, zip line, and restaurant with sweeping coastline views are examples sure to pique your interest. And the return ride unveils majestic views otherwise unseen. The next morning, we ferried to Victoria. The 90-minute excursion is a joy on a beautiful day. Our first stop, Butchart Gardens. In 1904, Robert and Jenny Butchart decided to transform their limestone quarry into a public garden. Now, Butchart Gardens is not only a landmark tourist destination, but also a National Historic Site here in Canada. Spread over 55 acres, in a rainbow of colors, some 120 flower variations bloom. The grounds are meticulously manicured by the 50 gardeners on staff. After meandering through the grounds, drink and food locations are conveniently found. And the garden is open year-round. From here, we head to Victoria and settle in for the evening. Victoria is the provincial capital of British Columbia, named after Queen Victoria, who reigned the United Kingdom for 63 years, beginning in 1837. Originally home to indigenous First Nations people, the city was originally discovered by Spanish, then British explorers in the 1800s. The region's British influence has reigned ever since. A city tour is set for this morning. With a population of just over 400,000, Victoria is a popular destination with its mild weather versus the rest of Canada. The city encompasses various parks, recreation, and seafront settings. For culture, the Royal British Columbia Museum is a must-see. The story of Terry Fox is a featured display. Diagnosed with bone cancer at 18 years old, Fox became a legend as he ran across Canada to spotlight the need for a cancer cure. At age 22, he died, but the Fox legacy had just begun. Founded in 1886, the museum reflects the deep history of British Columbia through exhibits, archives, and events. The stately Empress Hotel, with its afternoon tea time, offers an upscale experience to enjoy. The waterfront is the heart of the city, a mecca for dining and entertainment, and a centerpiece for a vibrant Victoria. The next morning, we leave Victoria. Saying goodbye to British Columbia, we're heading south on a relaxing ferry ride to our final destination, Seattle. A Sunday city tour starts the day. Here's the Amazon headquarters, with its 3 spheres filled with some 40,000 plants, doubling as an employee lounge. The Gates Foundation building is located there. And the controversial statue of Lenin, erected in the 1980s, still stands because it's on private land. With a population of over 750,000, Seattle is a major port city in North America's Pacific Northwest, with ferries and cruise ships traveling through Puget Sound daily. World-famous Pike Place Market, the oldest continuously operated farmers market in the country, is the heart of Seattle. Opened in 1907, the market today has over 500 shops, vendors, and restaurants, including the ever-popular seafood and original Starbucks shops. A total of 10 million locals and visitors shop here per year. This afternoon, we visit the Chuli Garden and Glass Museum. Founded by renowned artist Dale Chuli, the exhibits are a direct result of his glasswork skill. Although a 1976 car accident resulted in losing an eye, Chuli is a legendary pioneer in glass works. Riveting shapes in rich color illuminate each room of the museum. Along with Seattle, Chuli has pieces showcased in over 200 museums worldwide. Next door, Seattle's iconic Space Needle. Opened at the 1962 World's Fair, the structure stands at 605 feet, or roughly 50 to 60 stories tall. The observation deck rotates and offers panoramic views of Seattle. An architectural marvel, the Space Needle attracts 1.6 million visitors each year. Today we visit the Museum of Flight. The nonprofit Independent is the largest of its kind in the world. Over 175 aircraft and thousands of artifacts are showcased here. After initial exhibits were displayed in 1965, the permanent home was founded in 1983. The full-range campus encompasses a variety of programs for any age, all focused on aircraft history. The Charles Simonyi Gallery hosts a mock-up training simulator which trained space shuttle astronauts for over 30 years. And a legendary supersonic Concorde is also on display.
Back in the 90s, I was a tour director, and the company I worked for did Around the World by Concorde. And I was chosen over the course of my time working for the company 3 times to be one of the tour directors on board the Concorde. We went around the world in 24 days. Fast and sexy, I would say, to fly on the Concorde. She's kind of like a Porsche. Flights were short because we had to stop for about 3.5 hours for fuel stops. It's impeccable service and free-flowing champagne and fine dining. It was just the glory days, really, of aviation.
On our final day, we enjoy a taste of Washington wines. Just north of Seattle, Woodinville is the wine tasting hub for Puget Sound.
In the state of Washington, we're looking at about 1,100 wineries, most of them in eastern Washington. Seattle side of the state, we have 140 in the Woodinville area. Tasting rooms and working wineries, so a combination of the two. If you're in the Seattle area, you're going to go to Woodinville, yeah. And so, it's 2.5 to 4.5 hours to the wineries in eastern Washington. Whole different experience.
The state's winemaking began in the early 1800s. Today, Washington is the second largest wine-producing state. From major wineries to boutique tasting rooms, an assortment of red and white wines are available to suit your tastes.
I'd say we're about a 60-40 split. Our predominant grapes are Cabernet, Merlot, and Syrah on the red side, and on the white side, Riesling and Chardonnay.
This scenic trip of the Pacific Northwest, with its rugged charm and tranquil nature, replenished my zest for travel and makes me wonder, where will the road take me next?